I just realized like 5 seconds after I hit the start button that this shirt and tie combination is not going to do the me any favors with YouTube compressing algorithms, but too late now. Hi, it's me, James. I'm back for another video. Last week we talked about Mario music on vinyl, and I posted that link a few places and got a few people will watch that video, seem to like it, so thanks. But one of my friends was like, what about Zelda? And that's a good question. What about Zelda? So today we're going to talk about Zelda music on vinyl and other formats because, as you'll see soon, there isn't a lot of Zelda music on vinyl. So one of the main reasons I'm doing this is because I see if you quit watching this video right now, don't do that. But if you did, and you typed in Zelda vinyl, you'd get links to all kinds of like needle drops of Zelda records, and almost all of them are bootlegs. And I'm not talking about like, like Materia Collective just recently did like a reorchestrated version of Ocarina of Time, and there's other people who do like, there's like Zelda and Chill, like those remix albums. Those are all legit and they're fine. I have Zelda and Chill. Zelda and Chill is a great record. Very good music if you want to relax in a bath at night. But a lot of the stuff that have like original Zelda music, they're bootlegs. So I want to go over what actually has Zelda music legally. So if you want to actually, be cool like that and get like the legitimate releases, you can do that. So the very first Zelda soundtrack release was not actually a Zelda soundtrack release. I'll explain. It was this. This is a 7-inch single released by Funhouse Records on July 23rd, 1987. And this has orchestral versions of the music to Nazo no Murasamejo, the mysterious Murasame Castle, and The Legend of Zelda. Zelda is the B-side, which is a little strange to think about it nowadays, because, I mean, this game, I think, is kind of renowned in Japan, but I don't think this ever came out in America. If it did, it came out much later. I never played it. But anyway, so this was the very first release, like I said, 1986. And it says orchestral version here in katakana. It's not really an orchestral version, and they even have a big disclaimer here, which roughly translates to, in this work, synthesizers and computer-based sampling instruments are used to expand the range of the performers, and the piece is orchestrated based on the original sound source of the Famicom. Basically, it's like a pumped-up version of the Famicom music. It sounds how you want it to sound. It's not as tinny and simplistic and minimal as the old Famicom music. It's fully orchestrated, which is why you probably call it orchestra music. The Zelda version is basically, like I said, a pumped up version of the original. It sounds how you want it to sound. It's the main music, the dun dun, that stuff. It's good. The Nazo no Murasamejo stuff, this shit slaps. It's good. It's like samisen with synthesizers, real high energy. I might play a little bit over this. I'm a little scared of the YouTube copyright BS, so I might not. But you can find all this stuff I'm going to show. If you know where to look, you can find it online. It's funny that me playing a small clip of it in my video might get me in trouble with the copyright patrol, but like telling you, hey, you can find it online, that's no problem. Anyway, so yeah, there's this one, and then this came out the same year, in August 21st, 1986, and I get all these releases from Discogs or the video game music database, but a lot of times they're also on the OB. This is the Hyrule Fantasy Legend of Zelda with now on the B side, Nazo no Murasamejo. This was released by King Records. Now I know these look very similar. Ta-da. But they're actually different releases. This is an entirely different version of both songs. They're longer, different kinds of instrumentation. The Nazo no Murasamejo is still dope. And this one has like synth taiko drums, some koto, some sutsumi. It interpolates a traditional Japanese song, Oedo Nihonbashi, and it also throws in Ode to Joy at the end, and I think some Mario samples, and maybe that might be the Zelda one. It's a wacky record. And the Zelda one, also good. This is 7 minutes long. It's an epic medley with like different music from the game, not just the main overworld theme. A lot of samples, some vocal samples, some bizarre other samples. It's Both of these sound like if you gave Famicom Music to The Art of Noise and told them to remix it. So they're really good. Unfortunately, these are both very hard to find. They're both very rare. They were only pressed once in the 80s. There are no CDs of this. There is a tape of one of these, I forget which one, but that's it. There's no other releases of them. If you are ever in Japan or online and you see these and you like Zelda, you should buy these. They're very good. So after those, our next Zelda vinyl release is nothing. There was never any other officially licensed by Nintendo Zelda vinyl releases, ever. To this date, I'm pretty sure there's been nothing. If you want some other vinyl that has Zelda music on it, that's by Nintendo, and like the original Zelda music, because even those, which are great, that's not the original music. Those are arranged, remixed, new versions. You can get, if you want the original music for Legend of Zelda, that's on Famicom Music by GMO Records. I did a whole video about GMO Records a couple years ago. It's on my channel. You should go check it out. The last track on side B is Zeruda no Densetsu. Zeruda no Densetsu. You'd think my Japanese would be better. And then this one, the Famicom Music 2, that has music from Zelda 2 on it, which I think you can see in the cover down there. These are both great releases. Everything by GMO is fantastic, and varying levels of rarity. Famicom Music's probably one of the most popular releases, so that's pretty easy to find. They are both also on CD. And I didn't dig them out for this video, but they're on tape. I have them on tape too. You can find these in Japan pretty easily and online pretty easily if you're looking for official Nintendo releases that have the music from The Legend of Zelda. The actual music, not arranged versions, this is your only one to get that. And if you're looking for anything with Zelda 2, this is the only thing that has that. It's crazy, I know. Other Zelda soundtracks on vinyl are nothing. That's it. Those are all of them. Nintendo's never officially released any Zelda soundtracks on vinyl, other than the ones I just showed you. That's it. But if you're looking for some on CD, you have options. If you want the original Legend of Zelda, you can get that on one of these tiny CDs. I showed some of these earlier when I was talking about Mario music. These are from the Game Sound Museum series that came out in 2004. I should do a whole series on these CDs because they're really interesting. This one has 18 tracks. I believe it is everything from the Famicom version of The Legend of Zelda. The Famicom version music is slightly different, I think, to the Nintendo version. There's also a tiny CD for Zelda 2, Adventure of the Link. Same thing. It's pretty much everything on there. On a tiny little CD. And like I said in the previous video, if you get one of these, make sure your CD player has a smaller indentation to put these in, or it's the kind of like a USB one that you pop the disc in. Otherwise, if you try to put it in when it slides in, it ain't never coming out. The rest of the Zelda games, they have, I think almost every mainline Zelda game has a CD soundtrack with some notable exceptions, I think. There's the Ocarina of Time soundtrack on CD. This one's a little rare. This one goes for over $100 these days. I don't see this one too terribly often in stores in Japan. The rest of these I see pretty often both in Japan and online, so if you want them, they're pretty easy to get. There's the Wind Waker soundtrack. This I saw today in a store, new. So I think this came out in 2003, but they must still be releasing it. Ocarina of Time 3D soundtrack, which came out in 2011. The Twilight Princess HD soundtrack, I believe this is a promo only because it's a cardboard sleeve. I forgot where I got this. And then there was the soundtrack for that really awesome Link's Awakening remake for the Switch. This got a really nice deluxe package with the complete Switch soundtrack and the complete Game Boy soundtrack. Really good artwork inside, sturdy box, and great music. That's a good one. There are also soundtracks to Majora's Mask, Skyward Sword, and Link Between Worlds, but I don't have those. I don't have Majora's Mask because I think that one's pretty pricey. I don't see it very often. I don't have Skyward Sword because I hate that game. And Link Between Worlds, I've never played it. So I never played it. Nintendo has also released a few Zelda-themed compilations over the years, collecting music from various Zelda games. There was this one, the Nintendo Sound series, the Nintendo Sound History series, Zelda: The Music, which came out in 2004. This has music from The Legend of Zelda, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, Zelda 2, the US edition, which tells me they have different music. Link to the Past, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Wind Waker, Four Swords, and it ends with an exclusive medley that I believe is only on this CD. Like I said, this came out in 2004. More recently, for the 30th anniversary in 2016, was this release. It's a 2-disc set, which collects music from Legend of Zelda, Adventure of Link, Link to the Past, Link's Awakening, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Oracle of Seasons and Oracle of Ages, Wind Waker, The Four Swords Adventure, Twilight Princess, Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, Skyward Sword, and Link Between Worlds. So that's, oh, and Triforce Heroes. So that's like your go-to for everything. Comes in a nice box and has these cards, which I'm probably showing right now in an edit, that have like artwork for every single game in the package, I believe. This is my favorite Zelda thing to listen to, you know, because it covers so much. It's a good release. And even more recently, Nintendo, to celebrate Zelda's anniversary, did some live concerts, and they put those out on physical media in Japan. There is the 30th anniversary concert, which is this one. I gotta be careful, there's two of them. The 30th anniversary concert, which comes in a massive box, which has all kinds of stuff in it. It has like these pins and this cute little CD stand you can put together to, you know, display your Zelda soundtracks with pride, which I think is pretty cute. And it has it's a 2 CDs and a DVD. 2 CDs? Yes, 2 CDs and a DVD. And the DVD is not just the concert, it includes audio from the concert while game footage plays. I've never watched it. And I couldn't tell you whether or not that DVD is all region. I bet it's not. I bet it's probably Japan only, but you know, if you buy a DVD these days and and it's not your region, there are ways to play it. And then a year later, that was in 2017, in 2019, released in 2019, recorded in 2018, is the Legend of Zelda Concert 2018. Just like the previous one, this is also by the Tokyo Philharmonic Orchestra, and just like the previous one, it includes all kinds of nifty little bells and whistles. There are Zelda earrings and necklaces. There's a Zelda sticker, Zelda playing card, I think, and a nice little other ephemera. Great, both of these sound great. This also has a Blu-ray of the performance. I don't know if the audio is uncompressed. I haven't done like some comparison, but it looks good. And both of these have very good set lists that include a wide variety of Zelda music. So a few more interesting ones. Quick, there are 2 more arranged albums that came out on CD that have arrangements of Zelda music on them. This one is Nintendo Super Famicom Game Music, which came out in 1992. This has 2 arranged tracks from A Link to the Past and 3 songs taken directly from the game. It also has music from Pilot Wing, SimCity, F-Zero, and Mario World. So it's a good album, obviously. This one's a little pricey. I think I bought this year, I think for about 80 bucks. And then released in 2004 is the Famicom 20th Anniversary Arranged Soundtracks album, which has tracks from 9 games, Balloon Fight, Dr. Mario, Yoshi's Cookie, Super Metroid, and a few other ones. Mario, of course. I think Gyromite's on here, and Zelda. And the Zelda mix on this is almost as good as the one on that vinyl. I really enjoy this one. And the Balloon Fight mix is dope. Balloon Fight has good music. It's crazy. And finally, if you want to go really deep down the Zelda rabbit hole, there are some really odd releases out there. This one is the Ocarina of Time Rearranged album. It is an album of remixes of the music to Ocarina of Time. Now, it's not like remix, it's not like all techno remixes. Although the Hyrule Field theme remix here slaps pretty hard. Some of them are more ambient, some of them are more just like the old ones, like kind of like pumped up versions of the music from the game. Good variety. Has 12 tracks on it. It is all, let's see, arranged by Mocha. I don't know who Mocha is. Sorry. Oh, I forgot to mention this one. This is by Heroes 21. Now, if you remember the Mario Syndrome release, was by Bonus 21. And if you compare the two, it's a similar font. So I looked into that. It's not the same people. From what I can tell, there's nobody overlapping. This one was done mostly by, I believe it was arranged by Hiro Yamagita, who was in April Fool. April Fool was a very influential Japanese rock band that also had Hosono Hiromi in it. He is not the person in April Fool who is in Akihabara Electric Circus with Hideki Matsutake. That is Takahashi Matsumoto. This is Hiro Yanagita. And the synths on this album are by Hiroyuki Suzuki. He is not super he has a few, I believe he has some solo records, and no, that's the other hero. He does not have any solo records. They're both heroes, I got confused. This Hiroyuki, he worked with Logic System, AKA Hideki Matsutake, who I talked about in my last video, on his third album, Orient Express, which is a good record. Anyway, back to what I was talking about. There are a few more kind of oddball releases here. There is, oh boy, this is strange. So this is Hyrule, music from the original Zelda soundtrack. This was released, I believe, as a cover mount in a French magazine and was a German pre-order bonus. And I can tell it's German because the song titles are Frinzauber and Bazaar. Frinzauber, that's the great fairies harp theme, and Bazaar is the castle market. But this has a German Dai. I'm not gonna try to speak German. My German friends will get angry at me. But it has 4 tracks on it, and the English versions of the tracks. So there is an English version of this that was in the U.S. and I believe it came with a T-shirt. That has Hyrule album version, the Deku Battles Mix, which is called the Battle Suite in the American version, the Great Hit Fairies Harp theme, and the Castle Market Jig. Now, the Battle Suite, the Great Fairies Harp theme, and the Castle Market Jig, they sound pretty similar to the ones that are on the official soundtrack. I think they're mixed slightly differently, and one of them's actually longer, but it's pretty much the same music. However, the Hyrule Field Fanfare is a completely different version. It is not the version that's in the game. So, and I believe it's only on this CD and in the American counterpart. So if you're a completionist like me, you got to get this one. And then another promo-only release. This is Nintendo Sound Adventures, which I think also only came out in Germany. This, the Nintendo the website address down here is nintendo.de, so that's German, Deutsch. This comes with an exclusive Windows 95 screensaver, so hey, I should check that out. This has music from all kinds of games, Yoshi's Story, Star Fox 64, I believe, and a few other games on here, Super Mario 64, and it has some original remixes, or at least remixes that are hard to find on other releases. This has, do you want the Breakbeat Inferno mix of Yoshi's Story? You can get it on this. And this has the Hyrule Overworld theme from Ocarina. That's the last track, and that is the same version on the soundtrack, but it also has the Princess Z Trigger version, which is a remix that's only on this CD. It says previously unreleased. Maybe it showed up on something else later on, but to begin with, it was only on this CD. And if you're really, really, really crazy and you're like, hey, I heard that the Donkey Konga soundtrack has an exclusive mix of the Legend of Zelda theme, you're right, it does, and I bought that. So now if I want to hear a Congo-heavy version of the Legend of Zelda theme, I got it. It's better than playing the game. I live in a Japanese apartment. My neighbors would kill me if I just started rocking the Congos. That's gonna do it for the Zelda portion of this video. Really quick, I wanted to go over some of the stuff I bought recently that was interesting. Just today in Shinjuku, Shinjuku has a disc union that exclusively sells game and music, and they had a sale today. And I went a little hard. I bought Toy Music 2 by the Akihabara Electric Circus, which is that group I mentioned that features Hideki Matsutake, who worked with YMO. This is exclusively arrangements of music from Fire Emblem, a game I have never played, but it's Logic system at Matsutake, so I'm gonna buy it. I got this one here. I don't know what these are. I just bought them. This is the Sampling Masters album. Sampling Masters, I believe, worked with Sega. It might be, I don't think it's the house band, that's SST, but I had no idea what this was. It seems to have exclusive songs on it. It has a song called Tekken, and Tekken is spelled wrong with an I, and this was like 500 yen, so like I'll see what this is. Zuntata Live. I buy every Zuntata Live album I can find because Daddy Molk and Chaos and Captain Neo are the best game music of all time. All the sounds of Mahjong Quest. I don't know. Namco's Video Game Graffiti Volume 9. This has music from Steel Gunner 2, Lucky and Wild, which rules, Knuckleheads, Tank Force, Rolling Thunder 2, Bubble Trouble, and Golly Ghost. And it has some arranged versions on there also, and apparently it is 56 tracks long. It's gonna have a lot of sound effects. This one's interesting. This is The Legend Artists with a great cover. Let me open that up so you can see it better. Great cover. This has, I think it's original music by game composers, and it has Yuzo Koshiro and Hiro on it. So I had to buy that. And I'll let you know how it is in the next video. And one more for today. I was checking out at the store and this was playing and I'm like, what is this music? Because it fucking slaps hard. And it is the soundtrack to the Yoshinoya video game. Yoshinoya is a rice bowl chain here in Japan, like Japanese fast food. It is now time for me to admit that I have lived in Japan for 11 years, but never have once set foot in Yoshinoya. There's a Skiya by my apartment, and it's the same thing. So I just go to Skiya. Although Skiya recently got in trouble that they had, I believe, a cockroach or rat infestation at multiple locations, so they had to close down for a while. Yoshinoya is keeping their nose clean now. I don't know exactly what's on this completely. I bought it based on what I heard. I don't believe it's music from Yoshinoya. I think it's from the game. Diamond Fight over in the Retronauts Discord shared the track listing he found on the video game music database, and I'm gonna read these names to you because they're good. We got Yoshi, Beef Bowl, Yoshi, I'm Busy, Yoshi, Carnival, Going to Work on a Misty Morning, Yoshi, Japan, It's Tough, Fresh Yoshi, Nighttime Town Yoshi, Yoshi, This Isn't Over, The Yoshi, Yoshi, The Yoshi, Yoshi, with script, Yoshi, Receiving Contest, Yoshi, Contest Supremacy, Yoshi, We Will Do It, Meeting Objective Incomplete, Meeting Objective Complete, Yoshi, It's the Ending, and then finally, I Love You, Beef Bowl. I Love You, Beef Bowl sounds like something you'd say to, like, you know, a chunky person you like. Very excited to listen to this. I will report back. And completely unrelated to game music, but some good finds. I found the first pressing of the Pulp Fiction soundtrack. I bought this close to when it came out because I was in high school when I bought it the first time. So it's nice to have it again. Snoogans, I found the soundtrack to Mallrats on vinyl with the shrink wrap, which I am never taking off because the sticker's on the shrink wrap. That means I can't do the magic eye painting, but I imagine this is a schooner. And in my continuing quest to satiate my depression by buying grunge rock, I found a first pressing of In Utero. This is the special limited edition disc. Yes, and you can tell it's that one because it is clear. This sounds amazing. Really full sound. Even on my Bluetooth speaker on my Soundburger, I could tell this sounded different than the CD. I'm gonna have to record it. The version of here of, I'm not gonna say the word because I don't wanna get in trouble on YouTube's R-word me. It sounded really heavy, like the vocals sounded really high in the mix in a cool way. I know it's probably the same master, but it hit hard. So stoked to get this. But anyway, that'll do it for today. That'll probably do it for Nintendo themed videos. As much as I like Kirby, there aren't a lot of Kirby releases worth talking about. I don't know. So I don't know what I'll be doing next. I might do something on some soundtracks. I'm still working on the YMO thing. And like I said before, if you like my content, you know, I don't like to say, yo, click like and subscribe, but do that, please. And as always, I have, you can follow me on Blue Sky at Lost Turntable, and I have my movie podcast, Cinema Oblivia. Hasn't been an episode since the last video I recorded. I don't know when my next one's gonna go up or what it's gonna be about, but I'll have something up this month. So keep your eyes and ears out for that. And thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Until then, take care.